Y'all, it's getting real crazy out in these Hollywood streets. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and if you've been with me for a while, then you'll know that this is the part 6 for Sean Puffy Combs deactivation season. Now, the internet has been going up the last, I want to say, 2-3 days because another lawsuit has come into fruition from none other than producer Lil Rod. And Lil Rod is about to blow this whole thing to smithereens. Now, interesting enough, this comes out right before we go into a new season spiritually and literally. And what I mean by, excuse me, spiritually, this is right before the spring equinox. And if you're aware of the type of things that happen during the equinox, then you understand exactly where I'm going with this. Lil Rod put out a lawsuit with a deposition with pictures and evidence to back up a whole lot of claims. This, I want to say deposition, if that's the right language. It's over 100 pages. He not only is calling Sean Puffy Combs Brother Love, I guess he retired that name. He's calling him to the table. He's also calling his son Justin and his son Christian to the table. He has named Carisha. He has accused her cousin, her female cousin, of being inappropriate through SA. He has made multiple claims of violence and people being physically inappropriate with minors. He has also named Stevie J. He has named Usher and Meek Mills. Those last two names that I mentioned, allegedly, according to him, were inappropriate with minors. So this is a blockbuster lawsuit, to say the least. I'm still reading through it, and when I tell y'all, this thing is salacious. Just like Cassie's, it starts off with an extreme trigger warning on the very first page before you ever get off into reading anything, okay? And the trigger warning is in red. I thank you to the followers who sent me this, along with other transcripts and lawsuits that were released this week. This is more in depth than the Cassie lawsuit, but let's remember, Cassie's her lawsuit was streamlined because the one that we, the public, got to see was not the original lawsuit. It had been redacted so that they could make it a little bit more direct because certain names were taken out. She named people at different parties and different situations that were going on, and those people worked to have their name removed just in case it went to court. So, y'all, buckle up and get ready for a bumpy ride, because 2024 is 2024ing like never before. If you've been following me, I've been telling all of you that the next 2 years, because I started telling people this in 2023. The next 2 years are going to be tremendous when it comes to scandals and things being brought to the public attention. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be exposed, and a lot of these people are interconnected because of how they associate with one another. So don't be alarmed when these lawsuits start coming in and you start hearing the same names over and over again, and it's like the usual suspects, because a lot of these people party together, so they're around each other quite often. So yeah, goodness gracious. This is why you don't make idols out of men, okay? You don't put anybody on a pedestal, because you don't know what they've done or what they had to do to get to where they are. And yeah, it's about to get very spooky out here when these stories start coming out and all this information starts pouring out into the streets. So without any further ado, if anyone is able to, please timestamp this for 6:30. The reading starts at 6:30. For those who don't want to hear the commentary, for everybody else, thank you for listening to me preface this before we get started, because a lot of people have not heard about the inner workings of this lawsuit, so they don't know what to expect. Trigger warning in advance, okay? This reading is not for children. If you have young children, watch this later, or please get them out of the room. I'm going to say everything that I can to be as respectful as I can and to be within the guidelines of YouTube, but this is dark, murky waters. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest heavenly order, I come before you to pray for the spiritual and physical protection of everyone who is watching this, including myself. Please give us messages that are of the highest heavenly order, based in truth and integrity. Block all maleficent energy and any familiar spirits. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you in advance. Alrighty, show me the energy behind Lil Rod and why he decided to come forward with this lawsuit. Okay, cards are sticking. This is a lot of nervous energy. Page of Cups. First thing first, pages represent children, okay? Something happened that rubbed him wrong with children, allegedly. Judgment, excuse me. This is Archangel Gabriel. God told Gabriel to blow his horn so that God could separate the negative energy from those who have been affected. When you see judgment, that means this is final. This is only the midway point, everybody, to the legal problems that Puffy is about to suffer. Temperance. This means balance through a new beginning. And temperance also represents like Sagittarius energy. So we're looking at, by the fall, the ball is really going to get to rolling on a lot of proceedings. Empress and King of Wands. So Empress also represents the energy of giving birth to or bringing things into fruition due to someone's actions. So, you know, if you've been with me for a while, I don't just read what hits the table. I read as I shuffle. It will also come out as I read, as we go along. Y'all, Puffy has messed up big time. And there's no coming back from this. Yeah, balance for a new beginning for the Emperor. Now, Puffy would be the Emperor in this position, in this situation, because he's had all the authority and the power. Y'all look. You got the devil and you got death. That means there's going to be a permanent end to this toxic energy and these ties and binds that he has. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So there is a woman that has deep intuitive energy, mothering energy, and she's coming forward in the spirit of truth. This woman could be a water sign. If she has Pisces in her chart, then she has very intuitive abilities. Or this could be a woman that is in the in-between. She's on the other side. But either way, she's coming forward in the spirit of truth, and she's going to help to cut through this energy to get the spirit of truth out. Wounded warrior. Okay? So wounded warrior represents someone who has been assaulted multiple times over and over again in a love relationship. Two of Cups. Like a soulmate type relationship. This gives me Kim Porter vibes. So that explains the in-between. Yeah, she's fighting back from the other side. Family, okay? So now we've got this family card, the Ten of Cups, that falls under the Page of Cups, which represents children in a family. Something coming to an end, a final end, can attach to children in a family. Yeah, balance for a new beginning, temperance, attached to this Two of Cups. Baby, listen. This isn't the first time Kim Porter has come through when I was doing these deactivation series readings. She wants justice, and by all means, she's going to get it. Okay, so we've got the Emperor here falling over the Eight of Cups. So the Emperor would be the head of a company that controls someone's working environment. This also shows that there's an issue with payment. Five of Pentacles. People not getting properly paid. People possibly not getting paid at all. People being tricked into a opulent lifestyle, thinking that they're going into a contract negotiation and agreement to work with this person, but this person allows you into the lifestyle so that they don't have to pay you, allegedly. Yeah. Got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which represents the energy of truth. You have the Wheel, okay? The Wheel comes in this woman's favor. This is coming through fast and swiftly. And it's going to be an unrequited offer. Also, this is talking about there is a possible alleged, okay? And I got to preface this with alleged, but a possible alleged STD that this person has that could possibly be proven in some type of way and used as evidence. So don't be surprised if you hear about that. This possibly could come out in court, allegedly. And baby, that comes out in court. That's going to tie multiple people together, because I don't know if you all know, when they test for an STD, when it comes to this type of situation, they trace it back to the lead strand. Okay, my spirit guides are saying like the mother strand. So if multiple people have this same strand, and let's say a certain person gave them this strand, the strand in the person who gave them this strand would be the strongest of the strand, and that's how they would know that this is the point of origination. Okay, this represents the card of truth, allegedly. Why are you guys telling me about a STD that leads back to a mother strand? Tell me more. You see this? Person had hope, leaped into an opportunity. The fool foolishly trusted you and ended up on the wrong side of right. This is like literally ended up ass out. Ended up in a situation where they became the wounded warrior. Goodness gracious. Yeah. This is like finding out that everything that glitters isn't gold. You believed in a certain type of energy that this person represented, a certain image that this person represented. And then when you got, inside of this situation, you found out that the actions did not match the persona, the personal actions, allegedly. This is also spiritual poverty, coming out of a situation with somebody feeling completely depleted, lost, abandoned, abused. Okay? So, independent woman. Y'all. This feels like finding women who have a appearance of wealth that really don't have much, and making them the independent woman gives the energy of a trick for a trade. But the trade is they end up the wounded warrior. They end up completely depleted mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially when it's all said and done due to this person's actions. Yeah, the lovers. And okay, so this is what Kim is talking about, and she's screaming loud. She wants justice. She wants balance. Wow. So we got the death card falling here under temperance to the 2 of cups. So it's like she got balance through a new beginning after her soul was lifted. That's how she escaped this situation, allegedly in death. See, this is a woman who escapes with her child in the middle of the night. She's trying to free her children and get her children out of this situation, as many of them as she possibly can. And this is what she's working on from the other side. Now, see, this is where it comes back to Lil Rod. So, Kim is very vigilant, like I said, when it comes to getting justice on behalf of what's happened to her, what she suffered through, and what needs to be done to protect her children. So now when you get back to Lil Rod, you have the Emperor, you have the 8 of coins, and then you've got this Ace of coins. So it's like, working for this huge person, this mogul, this huge taking on this huge responsibility, rather, to do this contract. And it's supposed to pay handsomely, very, very abundantly. And you had hope that this was going to be what catapulted you into the stratosphere of music. But when it was all said and done, it's like now you're trying to escape. You want to escape what you don't care if it's just the clothes on your back to get out of this negative situation, to get to calmer waters. Because in this card, this is someone who is escaping from bondage to never return again, going into freedom. So 8 of Wands to the 3 of Coins. It's like you swiftly went into this contract, negotiation, and agreement, and realized what you had gotten yourself into. And it's like, oh my God, how do I get out? His energy is feeling very similar to Kim and Cassie. It's like seeing someone go into a situation all, bright-eyed, and then seeing them a year later and seeing the light go out of those same eyes. Being tied, bonded, and attached to a very toxic entity, person, okay? Being beaten down, bewildered, not getting paid accordingly, feeling spiritually broke and broken due to the actions of what you thought was an attractive opportunity attached to the actions of the person. Now, Lil Rod wants to come through and tell his truth. And it's like he knew he had to strike while the iron is hot. Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands, okay? Because the Knight rushes in. The Knight is one of the fastest, the Knight of Wands is one of the fastest Knights in the deck. So this is, rushing in, get out as fast as possible, right? This 8 of Wands falling on top of the Lovers, the family, and this Page of Cups. It's like you ended up in a very intimate situation very swiftly. This is like, realizing you went out to swim and ended up way too far out in the deep end. You don't even know how or when this situation took this turn, but it happened very swiftly, allegedly. And this is also showing me with this King of Swords falling under Death, and the 2 of Cups, and the Temperance. This is someone who was afraid for their life if they came forward and told the truth, but it was a blessing in disguise that this whole situation ended and they were able to get out of it the way that they did. Like I said, worried about being laid to rest. Everybody around Puffy allegedly is concerned about their mortality. Why is that? Yeah, if you talk about the exploits, because this is a card of, being passionately exploited, we'll say that. 2 of Swords, Marie Antoinette, off with your head. You won't even see it coming. See how she's blindfolded? So take this money, take this energy, take whatever I give you, and keep your mouth shut. Okay, so this is like someone feeling like, okay, I've been betrayed enough, and now I want to stand up and defend myself. Now that I've escaped, now that I've got away, hermit. I've sat in self-reflection, and I've come out with this conclusion that I have to say something, I have to do something. This is also, you know, being worried about, you know, now that I'm free, how do I do this? How do I say this? But I'm ready to cut myself out of the bondage for good. I'm cutting the strings that tied me to this, you know, extremely devilish type demented energy. So this is a way for him to free himself spiritually. See? Now this came out trying. So he's not free spiritually yet because he knows he's being watched. Okay? He knows he's being watched. But he's turning everything on its head because he has surveillance. He has footage. He has pictures. And those pictures and that surveillance support things that can have Mr. Sean Puffy Combs allegedly put away for a very long time. And see how this person is bound and blindfolded? He didn't see it coming. He didn't see it coming. You gave him what he needed to set himself free, and you didn't even see it coming. Queen of Pentacles, okay, and King of Cups. So Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups. This is also falling under the King of Swords. And like I had told y'all before, Cassie lit a match that is still going strong. Once people got to the point that they were no longer afraid for their lives the way that they used to be, it's open season. Yeah, baby, listen. Because I want y'all to see everything as I go. So you got this Three of Cups, which represents partying, having a good time. The things that were seen, watched, surveillance during the time that they were partying is going to bring an end, the world, an end to everything. Because this Three of Cups falls under, what is this? The Knight of Wands, which is the here for the short time, not the long time. Like I said, that is the card of lust, of passion. You know, get it in and get gone, right? So he has footage from possible FOs that are going to tie people in to criminality. And it's going to be an end that is going to be indefinite. There's no coming back from this. Okay, so you've got the Five of Wands and you've got the King of Cups. King of Cups is a water sign. We know Puff is a water sign. So there could be alleged footage or proof of an assault. And this is a vicious assault. Or multiple assaults. And it's going to end him, okay? Because this takes it from civil to opening a criminal investigation. And it's like now somebody is sorry. But sorry, just like almost, doesn't count in this situation. Yeah, see, Puff is going out swinging, but he's going down, and it's over. Allegedly, all the things that he may have possibly done, the things that we're finding out about, the things that we may never know about, they're going to bury him. They're going to lay him to rest legally. Okay? Yeah, he's about to be very sorry for things that he was a part of in the past. Tell me about this energy from the past. What is this from the past? What I tell y'all? Judgment. Things that he caused to happen, to manifest. He's finally going to face judgment. Yep. Six of Pentacles. Some type of vehicle that he used for payment for things. And he's paid handsomely, allegedly, to possibly cover things up. Okay, in secret. The High Priestess. My spirit guides are saying he talked too much. He told some very valuable things on himself about how he manifested things and manipulated things for his foundation. Four of Wands. Yeah. Things that he used his wealth to hide. And also how he obtained his wealth. He said some very damaging things. And now his foundation is about to be challenged in a court of law, the Hierophant. But see, this is him facing judgment from the highest judge of them all, the Most High. But he's going to be facing judgment from one of the highest courts in the land. This is not going to be a regular proceeding like people would think it's going to be. I'm hearing, and I already did a reading on him in the feds. He has multiple investigations. I'm hearing he has a boatload of possible RICOs coming. And I have to say allegedly and possibly for legal purposes. Not just from this case. It's like different cases. They're gathering information because there's multiple people attached to each case. 27 to 30 years worth of information. Can you imagine having possible up to 5 to 10 RICOs per each decade? Yeah, made a choice to finally walk away from this person, this relationship. And go to the courts to make him pay for things that he's done in the past. Six of Cups. Y'all, Lil Rod got him by the balls. See, wish fulfillment once he walked away. So he knew that one of these days when he got the chance, when he got far away, you know, from Puff, when he got far enough away, when it was enough time lapsed between them, what he was going to do. It just feels like he didn't know how to execute it. And Cassie led the way. Yeah, coming in to communicate about things from the past, coming in swiftly. This is just the beginning, y'all. This is like a snowball effect. Yeah, coming in with this message is going to bring grief, remorse, regret, heavy grief. Yeah, here's this tower, and it's a wish fulfillment for Lil Rod. Brings grief. Now, y'all, if you a City Girl supporter, go check on Carisha. Because I don't think she felt in any shape, form, or fashion that she was ever going to be named. You see this? This is somebody who's thinking of life might not be so bad for others if I wasn't around. If you catch the drift, this is very heavy, heavy, heavy grief. And this is a wish fulfillment to come through with this conflict in communication, this combative communication. And it's considered to be combative because it's salacious. Doesn't mean that it's not true. It's just salacious. See how this woman is getting no sleep, this high anxiety. She knows she's being watched now. Okay? This is as you sow, so shall you reap. You were trying to sow seeds for a larger harvest. This was supposed to sow into you becoming, you know, this mogul, this millionaire, multi-millionaire. Now that everything is being scrutinized and picked over with a fine-tooth comb, you're getting the as you sow, so shall you reap. You were fine with all of the dirt as long as it meant you had a come up. But now all the dirt is coming up. You don't know how to, you know, face life right now. And see, now it makes more sense why JT separated herself the way she did. That was smart for JT, because it's like spiritually, it was like she felt the smell of change coming in the wind. And JT, you couldn't have got away at a better time. Yeah, a lot of conflict, a lot of arguing. What is this? Wanting to walk away from the relationship that you binded yourself through contractually through work. It's too late now, Carisha. You've already been named. Your name is dirt. You're ruined at this point. Even if you don't face any charges, even if your name is dropped from this, it's the allegations attached to this that are so just disgusting. This makes your whole entire image look like a bus station floor on Saturday. Yeah, sneaky behavior, being involved in things that are, you know, off the radar. And then here you go, as you sow, so shall you reap. So, y'all expect a lot more within the next year to come out. I want to say up to 7 more possible lawsuits, 4 major lawsuits. All of these lawsuits are not going to stick, but the ones that do are damning. Every lawsuit that sticks adds to the investigation into RICOs. Yeah. So it's like deciding to take this new action towards getting your money, because we already saw the 5 of Pentacles. Don't be surprised if it comes out that Puffy did not properly pay this man, on top of putting him in all these volatile situations. Or there's somebody that's going to come forward and state that, hey, this man owes me. He hasn't given me X, Y, and Z. I want my money. Like, now that everybody sees that these lawsuits are effective, everybody's going to come out with their hand out. Some of these hands won't get a dime, but the ones that do get paid, they're going to be paid by, goodness gracious. It's going to, let's just say it's going to look like people hitting the mega millions. Yep. There's another female coming forward to tell the truth about sneaky and covert information. And she's going to be illuminating a lot of things that have to do with substances and multiple occurrences. This is the energy of truth. This woman is pulling no punches, and it looks like she's going to be very victorious. So I'm going to wrap this energy here. This is the current energy around Shine Puffy Combs versus Lil Rod, Deactivation Season, Part 6. Looks like the deactivation has finally arrived. No rest for the weary, no rest for the wicked. And to all of you that have watched this, I thank you for your time and support. Many blessings to all of you, and be very mindful of the agreements and things that you decide to involve yourself in, because everything that glitters is not gold, and every opportunity is not the right opportunity for you. Sometimes when things don't work out, it's actually a blessing. It's the universe's way of derailing things to save you. So if you've been an artist, if you've been a producer, and you've sent, work in, and it seemed like it, you didn't get any response or anything like that, you could have been being spared from a situation like this. And all I can tell you is thank God, thank your ancestors, and thank your angels for protecting you. I close out this energy, and I return the energy back to the people in which we just did this reading on. I return my energy back to me, cleansed and highly favored. I thank all of you, and talk to you soon. Once again, this is Deactivation Season, Part 6.